participants this time, but our young people are there too, and we love you all. I request our chief guest, the Most Reverend Thomas D'Souza, Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Calcutta, to kindly come up on stage and inaugurate the event by lighting the lamp. I also invite the following guests of honor to join the Archbishop in this symbolic act. The Very Reverend Dominic Gomes, Vicar General, Archdiocese of Calcutta, the Reverend Patrick Joseph, Senior Pastor, Assembly of God Church, Calcutta, the Reverend Basil Bimal Mandi, Pastor, Church of Christ the King Park Circus, Sister Sophia Thomas, Superior, Daughters of St. Paul's, Calcutta, Mr. Barry Antonis, the Quiz Master, Father Kamal Kishore Soren, representative of the Catechetical Commission, and Christine Kramer, representative of the Social Communications Commission. Please do come up on stage. I now request Archbishop Thomas to give the inaugural address and his message. Request all our distinguished guests to take their seats.
Dear Father Dominic Gomes, our Vicar General, Mr. Farrell Shah, the Director of our Social Communications Commission of the Archdiocese, Mr. Barry the Quiz Master, Reverend Fathers, Sisters, friends present here, brothers and sisters, young and old, good morning to all of you. After the downpour yesterday, we are breathing a sigh of relief as things are getting cleared. And I'm very happy to be here this morning, participating already in this atmosphere of quiz. I know some faces are downcast after the prelims, but the others up on the stage here are very enthusiastic and want to do better and finally do the best. In the first letter of St. Paul to the Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 13, we read, And we also thank God constantly for this. That when you received the word of God, which you heard from us, we accepted it not as word of men, but as what it really is, the word of God, which is at work in you believers. These beautiful words of St. Paul remind us of the power of the word of God. The first 5 books that you have taken for this quiz, the Pentateuch, the book of Genesis, the book of Exodus, the book of Leviticus, the book of Numbers, and the book of Deuteronomy, they set the tone for the entire salvation history that is being revealed in the books of prophets, the wisdom, and finally New Testament, the birth of Jesus, the birth of the church, and the mission that continues through apostles like Paul. And the Revelation, book of Revelation, when there will be new heaven and new earth. And therefore, the first 5 books are truly fundamental to understanding God's salvific plan for us. And the more familiar we are with the Word of God, the better will we understand what God did in history. Not something in the past, but the history of each one of us, chosen people who have believed thanks to the love of the Father through Jesus Christ and the power of the Spirit, and made us members of a believing community we call the church. Creation, and then the salvific history starting with the call of Abraham, and then the Exodus, the liberation of the people, the Jews from the slavery of Egypt and going to the promised land, and there the various things to be done as commanded by God to Moses, carried out later by Joshua, and the salvific history continues. True, there are some names that may be alien to our culture, difficult to pronounce. I remember in one of our parishes, on the day of the Nativity of our Blessed Mother, the 8th of September, the Gospel is, though the alternative is given, is from Gospel to Matthew, the genealogy. And when I went, one priest left it out. I asked Father, but why did you leave that and chose another God? The bishop said, they're very difficult names to pronounce. No, but every name belongs to that culture, but then we make those names our own, and then we see God's hand behind all the events. There was not just a name, but a person, the persons, but God acting always through salvific history of those persons, and through them salvific history of all. And therefore today, as the teams are already here waiting for their turn to answer, I'm sure, the most difficult questions, I want to wish the quiz master, first of all the best, so that he may ask questions that are easy for our participants to answer. And also, I know he has a difficult job. He's done an excellent job in choosing all those questions and preparing the entire question of 25 questions. And today I'm sure it will be more and more interesting. And I wish Barry all the best. We are with you. And I also want to thank once again the organizers of this entire event, our Social Communications Commission, led by Mr. Parish, and all the associates here in the team, and all who are helping in the conducting of this quiz this morning. I want to wish all the best to all the contestants, shall I say, all those who are going to answer. I will not speak much lest you forget what you have learnt. And therefore, with my good wishes, best wishes to all of you, do your best, and let it not be the end. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. The more familiar with it, the better you will understand God's plan, not only in history of other people, but in your history, in the light of your history of salvation, which God is making heroic. May God bless you and all the best. Thank you.